So how many of you know about artificial intelligence? Like, have you, before this session, you have heard this word, artificial intelligence? How many of you have heard this word? Okay, that's superb. You can see. Okay. Okay, so now I want to see the hands of students who are hearing this for the first time, artificial intelligence. So every one of you have heard of it, right? Anywhere in magazine, in school, somewhere in the books, right? So now, if I say what is artificial intelligence, so anyone would like to give their views and then we'll move from student side. Yeah. Anyone would like to give a, you can say an example or a one-liner definition, what is artificial intelligence?
Artificial intelligence can learn.
Okay, of course. So now, Google search engine. Okay, that's great. Okay, it has a knowledge of everything. Okay, that's great. Just give. Okay, so now we'll try to understand. Anyone else, any other student want to add anything on? Yeah, please. Okay, where it's like a robot do a human task. Okay. So now I'll try to give you a root level knowledge of artificial intelligence. Why? Because of course everyone's prospect with artificial intelligence might be different. But to understand it very clearly, you have to understand it root. From where exactly artificial intelligence has came up. Okay. So first let's understand what is human intelligence. So are you all intelligent? You have a question mark? I cannot hear yes. This should be very loud and clear, yes. Are you all intelligent? Yes. Okay, that's great. So now, you all are intelligent, I know. Okay. So, but why we are calling a human an intelligent person? Do I look an intelligent person? Do I look intelligent? Yes or no? Yes. No. The reason behind is you cannot judge a person whether he or she is intelligent by the delivery of anything, because the intelligence is in respect to the learning. So now I'll explain you in deep. So let's assume I come to your class and taught you 2 plus 2 is a 4. Okay? And in the exam I ask you what is 2 plus 2. So if you I'm sorry. So if I ask you what is 2 plus 2, so you gave the answer 4. But this is not the intelligence. Okay? This is like you learned it and whatever you had it in your mind, you came up with the answer. Now I will try to keep some questions here in front of you and I would love to hear some. Okay, just a second. Okay, so these are like 4 easy questions. Okay, so I'll read it out for you. So when you get all questions correct in tough exam, so how do you feel? Basically, you have to tell me about your feeling. Also, I'll add some more little spice to it. Let's assume, means generally this example I give to the teachers because they have like graduations, and generally in graduation the things work like you sometimes prepare overnight for the exam. Okay, but as a student also, if you think, like if I give you a scenario where I give you a challenging puzzle, okay, and you solve it in a record time, so how you are going to feel? Like if I give you a puzzle right now, and I tell you like this puzzle has been solved by a certain person in 10 minutes, but you as an individual solved it just in 5 minutes. So how you are going to feel? Be loud. Happy. Proud. Okay. More. And you can repeat also. Okay, happy, excited, okay, proud, okay, great. And now the things come up is, apart from it, you will all agree, and even the teachers would agree this. Somewhere we are able to do this, okay. So of course we say we are very proud, and sometimes we say, yeah, we are happy, we got this. But somewhere around our mind, when we sit alone, we talk to ourselves, we just have a thought, yeah, we are intelligent. मतलब होशियार तो हूँ मैं, कर लिया के मैंने. I talk with myself like this, okay. So now why we are saying intelligent? Because you were not trained to do that, okay. It was not like you are getting learned solving the puzzles from a very long time, and at a certain time I asked you to solve it. So out of 5 ways, you knew one way and you do it. But it was out of your intelligence. So somewhere you were able to take the decisions during a puzzle session which at the end led you to win that competition. So basically that makes you intelligent. So in and out, if I say, whenever a person, I'm talking about a human intelligence, when a person is able to take a decisions by its own with its knowledge, we say it's a human intelligence. So now I'll again give you an example. So like every one of you might know about fire, right? You know fire, what is fire? Is anyone here who don't know fire? Okay, everyone knows it. Okay. So if I say, what do you think of fire? Is it dangerous? Yes, dangerous. But if I say it's not always dangerous, sometimes we cook food as well with fire, right? So now I'll give you a very basic example here, with your experience, or like sometimes generally this happens with everyone. If whenever we see the fire for the first time in our very childhood, okay, in very childhood, so what happens at that time is, the first is we never scared of fire. The first time you might, if you are able to think, you would not be someone who might be afraid of fire. It is somewhere you start going near to it. What is it? How it looks very attractive for the first time. But when you go very near to it, what happens there is, it gives you a sensation of heat. Okay? It tells you, okay, don't come very near to me, otherwise you will be hurt. And there what happened, you put that thing in your mind that fire is dangerous. So you can see, I asked you, this fire is dangerous. So you said, yes, fire is dangerous. Although if I say, there are many ways where fire is very useful as well. But since we have been taught like that, and of course it's very necessary to be very precautious with fire, as well as but with certain, I should say, experience, it is in our brain that it is first dangerous only. Okay? But if I say, you might have experienced the fire thing, okay, and you understood it is dangerous. But after that, what might have happened, you might have came to your home back. Okay? You might have seen your parents cooking food in the fire. So at that time, of course, your mind would run and you will think, okay, I thought fire was very, very dangerous. But somewhere, even my parents are using it for food, right? Similarly, in the due course of time, you might have understood that what are the different sources of fire, right? How exactly the fire can be produced. Like generally when we first have like the lessons in the very childhood, it is from the stones. Okay, then we understand, okay, it's not always from the stones. We have matchboxes, we have lighter, we have stove lighters, and many other things which can be treated as a source of fire. Similarly, it has different shapes, it has different colors. Do we all agree? It has different colors. What are the different colors of fire? Blue, gray. So now means you have a knowledge of fire, right? You know the sizes, you know the shapes, you know the variety, you know the intensity, you know the sources. So in an all, if I say, you are somewhere, you can say, a knowledge center of a fire. You know about the fire. So if I give you an example, I will just bring up a cake for all of you, okay, individually, okay, and I put it in front of you with the one candle on it. So now if I ask you to lit that candle, so what you are going to do? Means how you are going to lit that candle? By blowing? Lit the candle. You have to lit. Okay, using matchstick and fire, matchstick and lighter, right? Why? You might have taken that candle to out to find the fire, or you might have went into stove, because those are dangerous things, right? This is we call as an intelligence of a human, that you are able to take a decision based on your knowledge, right? You knew about the fire. I gave you, sorry, so I gave you an decision making part, like now you have to lit this candle. So you thought like matchstick is something which can be easily, match fire is something which easily can be taken care. Apart, it is very easily available and I can control it. That is why you all have used the matchstick or the lighter, right? Is it right? Okay. So now this makes you intelligent basically. Okay. Now when we talk about, okay, before going to artificial intelligence, I don't know how many of you might have experienced it. What happens sometimes when we are walking on the road in night and the two-wheelers are coming from the front. Sometimes we guess it as four-wheeler. Have you ever experienced this? कि आप खड़े रहते हो वहाँ से दो टू व्हीलर्स जो हैं पैरेलली आती हैं और आपके पास जब आती है तो यू से अरे ये तो लाइक टू व्हीलर्स थी आई थॉट इट्स अ फोर व्हीलर ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस किया है कभी नाउ जस्ट थिंक इवन आफ्टर मी ऑफ कोर्स यू आर वेरी यंग बट इफ आई टॉक अबाउट मी आई एम नाउ 28 29 so even after 29 years I am not able to judge it okay I am seeing the vehicle from 29 years the reason behind it is my intelligence is not up to the mark because that all pictures were taken in dark right because if I say that confusion always happen in dark it never happens in light right ऐसा नहीं होगा कि दिन में भी दो गाड़ियाँ या बोलोगे फोर व्हीलर आ रही है right it happens always in night why because if I consider my brain as a machine okay or a CPU so it should have proper images to understand, right? If I don't have a proper images or a proper structure to understand, I won't be able to learn anything, correct? So this is basically you can say as good data gathering thing that we have to always gather a good data to become intelligent and make the machines intelligent. Now I would be coming to the part of artificial intelligence, okay? So the first thing comes up, what is artificial intelligence? So of course you might have got an idea of human intelligence. So you can relate it to the machines directly. So if I say machines who are able to take the decision based on them, we can say are artificially intelligent. Now if I say the computer right now in front of you, okay, so you can open let's assume picto blocks, you can open movie, you can play game, and you can surf internet, and you can do all these things in multiple ways, right? Means at one time only, means you can open all these windows at one time. So do you think your computer is, I should say, artificially intelligent? Yeah, let's have a poll here. How many of you think computers are intelligent? Okay. I'm talking with respect to the things what I mentioned, that your computer is able to open all these things at one go. Okay. So considering this quality, how many of you think that computer is artificially intelligent machine? Let's have a poll. In poll you can't give like this or no this. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full hand. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Now, how many of you think with this quality, we cannot say the computer is intelligent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 only. And rest? What do they think? Food was good? Okay. So I'll tell you, we cannot say actually that with this quality, okay, the quality which I mentioned, you cannot say that computer is intelligent because you just made a program, right, where beetle in the maze. So what did you do? You made a program that if you are going to press up arrow key, your beetle will go upside, right? Do we all agree? Okay. Similarly, using different programming languages, I'm sorry, so using different programming languages, what happens is, somewhere computer is programmed to do that. Like if you are going to click this will open. If you are going to click this will open. So here, machine is not taking any decisions. It's like direct instruction reading, right? Like if I say, go to ground floor, okay? So now I say, go to ground floor using stairs. So if you go to ground floor direct through the stairs, so what is this? This is not intelligent. But if I say, go to ground floor as soon as possible, and now when you go out and you have options of staircase and a lift, and you choose a lift, so this makes you intelligent. Okay? Similarly, now we will be talking about some examples of artificially intelligent machines. So I think all of you use smartphones. Do you know about Google Assistant?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever used it?
Yes, sir.
For playing YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Any other functions have you explored out of Google Assistant? Okay, that's great. Weather, good. Anything else? Translate, okay. Google Maps, okay, that's great. Yeah.
Talkback.
Talkback. Okay, actually I don't remember means क्या है वो, एक बार check करना पड़ेगा, then I'll come back on this. Okay. So now considering the examples you have mentioned, of course it's an artificially intelligent product. You might have also seen Alexa. Have you ever got an experience to work with Alexa? Okay, similar to Google Assistant. All these things, whether it's a Google Assistant, it's a Alexa, or it is, I should say, Siri. So basically these all are home assistants, just the only difference is they are associated with different companies. Like if we say Google Assistant, so maximum of the Android phones have Google Assistant, Apple phones have Siri, and Alexa is now one of the features of the OnePlus phones. Okay, so but they do almost same work. Okay, so you can call your friend, you can ask to switch on movie, and when you skill the Alexa or a Google Assistant more, then you will be also able to somewhere, if you have Wi-Fi lights and all, so you can also switch off the light, switch off the AC, switch off the washing machine and all. Now you might think that this is the same case, right? That you are giving an instruction and machine is following you. But if you go a little in deep, you will think, is English, Hindi, Marathi, Telugu, is any of these language is a language of a computer? No, right? Do we all agree? Yes. Okay. So now, but still, whatever we are saying in our regional language, machine is able to first translate that to the machine language, okay, and make certain decisions out of it. Like if I say, yeah, we can say, of course, that is a bit 01 is a machine language. So now what happens here is, first it converts your whatever you have said to the machine language in 01 we can say, and then it comes up, finds an output, and then comes back, right, and tell you the answer. Like if I say, Alexa, what is the temperature right now. So first it will understand, find the correct answer, okay, and then will come back to me. So this makes it artificially intelligent. Any other wonderful examples of AI would you like to give? Generally your phone has it and it's from very very long back time.
The fingerprint and the face recognition.
Face recognition, definitely. Google Lens, you are talking about. Google Assistant, we already discussed it. Any other thing? YouTube we can say, but one of the very old feature means you, I don't know, might be using the phone and you even know it or not. Not telephone. Okay, so basically your camera. Even in the basic camera you will see from last 5 years, whenever you bring the camera in front of you, it comes up with a box. Have you seen that box? So basically that is a face detection. It's able to detect the human faces. So sometimes what happens is like if you take this and the box is on your face and it's not coming on your friend's face, so your picture would look good, but his not. Because you are considered only a human because of the light effect and all. So that is of course example of I should say artificial intelligence. One of my favorite example I should say or application is I think you might have heard of it, self-driving cars. Have you heard of it? So what are these self-driving cars? Let us go direction, okay. Drive its own, bilkul.
Detects the animals on the road.
Detects actually everything in the road. Yes. Okay. So I'll just. How many of you don't know about self-driving car? Why I'm asking is because I want to see that how many of you are really interested to hear this. What is self-driving car? Okay. Tesla is a company who is making it. Basically, it's a company who is making it, right? But what is self-driving car? Okay, so what? It works automatically, but the things come up how, right? Of course. So now just think. I don't know. I think maximum of you might be not eligible for driving here. Okay. So, but still, you might be driving bicycle. Do you all have bicycles? When you go on road, you see a speed breaker. What do? Tell me truly. I know many of you might not be doing slow, right? Okay, yeah. So apart from joking, of course we slow down the bicycles, right? If we see some person coming in front of us, what do? Brake. We apply the brakes. So how exactly we are able to do it? Have you ever thought? Somewhere from your very childhood, you have understood that a decision-making capacity again, that humans are not something to be hit. If you see a very small pebble, do you stop your bicycle? No, right? Sometimes even when you see a very small pothole, you don't stop your bicycle. But why you are stopping a bicycle when you see a person? Why don't you just go? Because that is what you have learned, right? And that is what is your knowledge. You take a decision whether I have to go, like I have to step or I have to go. Maximum of the times, try to stop whether it's a pebble, pothole or a specific person. Okay, so, but still, when you think of a machine, right, you have eyes to collect the images. If we consider a small example, so you collect your images with eyes. Okay, and you collect your sound, you can say sound size with your ears. Have you taken any decisions till now just on sound, which can prove that you all are intelligent? Okay, yeah. Of course, we generally play this game. That close your eyes and tell me who am I. Okay. Apart from it, I'll just give you a very quick example. So you might be hearing the voices of cat and the dog from your, like, of course, very childhood, right? Even now, if you are sitting in this room, you are not able to see that road. But if a dog barks, are you going to? Do you need to check? I would say if a barking sound comes to your ears, do you really need to check whether this is a dog or a cat? Or are you able to take the decision without even seeing that particular animal? Right? Because you have decision making capacity. Similarly, when machines are able to do these things, we call them artificially intelligent. And self-driving car is one of the best examples because with these different sensors like LiDAR, as well as different AI applications like object detection. Okay, we would be doing an object detection tomorrow. So we are there, we will be talking about more on AI. So basically object detection helps you to detect the object. Okay. So now if I come again, so using some techniques, machine is able to take the decision based on the knowledge and we call it AI. Now what are the advantages of AI? Is the speed of execution, they are not lazy, accuracy and less bias. Any doubts on these 4 points? What are these 4 points? Why and what is an advantage of AI? The speed of execution. Like if in case if I make a robot and ask just train it to every time buzzer at 4 a.m. so it will buzzer at 4 a.m. But if you say me to call you 4 a.m. so might be sometimes I call you at 4 a.m. sometimes at 4:05 sometimes I even could not call you. Okay? Yes. So the machine does not have a power. So the basic is even if you won't be have a power, like if I would not eat for few days, so again for that I would also not be able to take the decisions, right? So there might be chances I'll be like, oh, where I have to go, I'll come to you, I'll ask where is the staircase and all. So that is a limitation of power. So everything to work needs a power. Okay. So now how AI is shaping the smart cities. This image, why is it important is, it is going to give you the different implementations of AI which can be useful for your Codeware projects. So we'll see it here. AI is getting used in security. Do we all agree? Nowadays we have AI face detection application in phones itself. Maintenance. Now we have machines which can detect whether this part of ceiling requires maintenance or not. Right? If there are so many places where holes are there, so it can detect and take a decision that this ceiling requires a maintenance. Next is predicting future needs. Do you think? Can anyone give me an example of prediction, which is very common? Yeah. Earthquake predictions, yes, we can say. Floods, cyclones, right? Somewhere we are using a weather data, we are trying to predict it using the artificial intelligence. Any very basic example of prediction? Temperature, okay. Weather, yes.
If the clouds are black, it will rain.
Sorry?
If the clouds are black, it will rain.
Okay, we can say that. Do you like cricket? How many of you like cricket? Oh, that's great. So have you ever seen in cricket it comes predicted score? Right? It comes a predicted score, a very big score is coming, but what happens is we see the team declining after 5 wickets, then the projected score is never reached. Right? Every time we see a projected score is, oh, 275, today the team is going to win. Okay, but what happens sometimes we cannot win. The predicted score is based on the predictions made out of data science, or you can say artificial intelligence, based on the number of players who are playing, based on the pitch conditions, based on the weather conditions, as well as the opposite team. Now controlling pollution. Can anyone give me this example? Recently we have seen this example. Sorry? Bike, okay, okay. But it is controlling pollution related to AI actually. So have you heard of AI? Okay, okay. Yeah, we can of course build some devices. I'd like to give you an example of controlling pollution here. Like recently you might have heard in news that Delhi government said like this year we cannot burn the firecrackers. Based on finding a decision that after if the 30 or 50% population of Delhi is going to burn the firecracker, they are going to have a big ppm in the smoke, or you can say big ppm in the air. Did you heard of this news? like कि वहाँ firecrackers ban हो गए थे दिल्ली में, right? So these all decisions are made due to data set. Parking system nowadays some luxurious cars have automatic parking system. You have to just press park and you even don't need to control the I should say the steering, right? It parks automatically. Waste management, finding biodegradable, non-biodegradable, and how much of the pollution would be in next 5 to 10 years. Traffic management. Okay, yeah, signal, but signal is based on calculation only, means it, after certain time it has to be here. Yeah, we can say that actually that's a very good example of OCR, optical character recognition, that catches your number plate from even far away from the camera. But here if you will say traffic management, of course this is one of the implementation. Second, if you will see Google Maps. Have you used Google Maps? Have you ever seen that sometimes it says don't go from this area, this is going to be very heavily traffic, right? So that is of course an artificial intelligence. So basically AI is getting used in every part, like gaming, making expert systems, speech recognition, face recognition, text recognition, making intelligent robots, computer vision. I know you might be thinking, ये इतना सारा अलग-अलग क्या चीज़ दिखा है इसमें मेरे को आधा समझाइए. So don't worry, these are the topics of our workshop. So expert systems are like YouTube, you already mentioned, which helps you in recommendation. So if you will see that if you are trying to search a similar type of videos and the next video would be something very similar you wanted to see. So that has happened due to AI. We have speech recognition, we already talked about. Google Assistant. Face recognition, we already talked about. Text recognition, as I mentioned, OCR. Fast tags, you might have seen fast tags, right? So fast tags works on text recognition. Intelligent robots, of course, we have talked about self-driving cars. Computer vision, basically where computer is given a vision. If you have worked last year on an activity that is celebrity detection. So that was where you just showed the celebrity photo and it was able to detect the name of the celebrity. So that was basically the